Yeah, looks like I'm live. Okay, cool. All right, so this is my Ibanez Prestige. Wonderful guitar that was a really kind gift from my cousin. And I'm really grateful to have this guitar. I did find one thing in it that I wasn't real happy about, but that was just because I wanted to tune it to drop C, and I could not intonate the instrument. So unfortunately the saddles, I couldn't move them back far enough. So that's not going to happen with this guitar. Really a bummer that's not possible, because this would have been a great guitar. It has the IBZ LZ active pickups in here. It has jumbo fret wire, 24 frets, Goto tuners. The electronics are really killer. This thing sounds great. So we're going to put a set of 9-gauge strings on this today and tune it up to standard tuning. But first, I've got a little ding here that I want to address, and hopefully, let me see if I can lower this. Okay, I can't lower that part. Okay, so I've got a little scratch right here in the finish that I want to address real quick, and I'm going to, let's see, which one of these? Yeah, this is my, so I'm going to wet sand this with some 1000 grit first. I'm going to go real lightly over it, and I hope everybody's having a really great Friday. I have had a pretty, how do I say this? I had a fairly traumatic week this week, and I won't go into any details about it, aside from the fact that I lost a very good friend, and I am going to miss him dearly. He's a very new friend also, and just really a tragic set of events took him from us, and I'm not 100% certain of all of that. Okay, so I can see that I've gotten that the scratch removed at that point. So now I'm just going to hit this with some 2000 grit to smooth out my roughness of the 1000 grit, and then we'll polish it, and we'll be done fixing this little scratch. You know, if you have a little scratch, this is a brand new guitar to me, and I don't know how this scratch got in it, but it was in it when I got the guitar, so I figured now would be the time to go ahead and try and fix it, make it look a little better. Nobody would ever see this except for me, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you how I fix a little blemish in a finish. Now, there's one spot on this ding, and I know you can't see it, but it might be deeper than I want to go sanding on this thing, because I don't want to sand through the lacquer on this. So I'm just going to do that with it, and there's that. And now we'll use some oh, where are you? I was just using it to polish the frets on this. I did all that beforehand, so I don't have to repeat myself on that. Let me get this out of the way. Welcome to the channel if you're new, if you've never been here before. My name is Marshall, and I am a guitar tech, repair technician, and I'm based in La Grande, Oregon. And I work for a shop called La Grande Stereo and Music, and I fix guitars all day long, every day that I'm at work. I'm also a guitar instructor, and a recording engineer, and artist, and mix engineer, and producer, and do all of the stuff. Everything I do is music oriented. So it's very fun, and I love my job. I love getting to help folks get their guitars working perfectly. And these kind of little things that I'm doing on my own guitar right now, so I will sometimes do these types of things for folks who bring a guitar into me for just a setup or something, and oftentimes people don't even know that I've done it. It's kind of like a plumber working on your house. A lot of times a plumber will come into your house and he'll fix a plug drain in your bathroom, or a bathroom tub drain or something like that, and you won't even notice it, but the next time you go in and sit down on the toilet, your toilet seat's all tightened up. Pay attention to that stuff. If you ever hire a plumber, I know they're expensive. I am one also. It's a way that to provide a service for folks that it's kind of the unspoken thing in some cases. So God bless all the plumbers out there. They've saved humanity from terrible diseases. There you go. Okay. Now, I know that this is not terribly visible, and that what I'm doing here is kind of probably totally invisible to folks just due to my camera not being 4K, or I'm not broadcasting in 4K, but I know that okay, so gotten rid of that scratch. Where's my polish? There we go. I gotta do a little bit more right here. It looks like there's a little bit of the scratch left, so I'm going to wet sand that a little bit further. Again, I hope everybody's having a really great Friday. And I've, through the traumatic experience I had this week, my mom always said, look for the blessing in disguise in everything. And in the post-trauma experience, I have made a wonderful new friend, and I'm really grateful for that. And we met before this experience. We both went through this experience, and it was just really a wonderful opportunity to kind of collaborate and visit with someone who is a mutual friend. And now I think we're going to have some fun making music together, I hope, and have some good old-fashioned nice long phone calls and video chats. So we did not meet due to the experience that we went through, just so that's very clear. We didn't meet due to the fact that we both experienced this tragic thing, but anyhow, just a really cool guy, and I'm really glad to have met him. And now we're in touch with one another, and it's some good came out of the bad. It's like here at work, if something doesn't go just right, our motto here is to make something good out of it, whatever it takes. And I kind of carry that through life. I am going to take a look at the chat here in a moment. I just want to stay focused on getting this polishing done on this. I want to make sure that I've got this thing all polished out. This is just a small little dinky repair that really was totally unnecessary, but I figured I got the strings off of it. I can get at it real easily. Why not? And now my repair is basically done. No more scratch right there. I'm gonna get it with a little more polish. I can still see a little bit of a sandpaper mark, and I'm using semi-chrome polish on this. Let me say hi to everybody. Hey Joe McGraw, hello, and Roke, hello, man. Yeah, I'll get you a good. Thank you for the compliment on the color. Yeah, this thing is a really beautiful guitar. It's an Ibanez Prestige, as the title of the video shows. I don't know the exact model number of this guitar. This one, again, was given to me by my cousin. He bought it, and he was thinking he was going to be playing some hard rock stuff. And being in the St. Louis area, he found that that hard rock wasn't really necessarily the scene that he wanted to be involved in, and so, and of course, St. Louis being the home of a little guy named Chuck Berry, they are very much into the blues music. So he didn't really need this thing. He didn't like it. And so rather than selling it or whatever, he knew I was into heavy metal and hard rocks and making music like that. So he just gave it to me, and I'm truly grateful. Okay, so we've gotten that done. So that was just kind of a little wet sanding and a little polish is all it takes. I used 1,000 grit, then I used 2,000 grit, and got the thing all fixed up, so now I don't have to look at a scratch in this thing anymore when I pick it up. Okay, I'm just tightening down the set screw on the volume knob. I try and place the set screw so it hits the split in the shaft on that thing, so that I'm spreading the shaft a little bit to try and hold the. I think I got that one right. And obviously these knobs don't have to be faced in any particular direction. So, got that done. And here's a look at the bridge and saddles, which again, these saddles were adjusted to try and tune this guitar to drop C. I thought it would be nice to have a drop C tuned guitar, given I don't have any others that are done that way, but I can't move the saddles far enough back to intonate this guitar in drop C. So unfortunately I had to give up on that whole plan. And also these screws, if you can see, they're kind of tatered. That was not done by me. I believe that the guitar was purchased used when my cousin acquired the guitar. So I'm just going to take a preemptive strike and guess kind of on the height here, but I'm also going to do this. I'm going to run my straight edge. Let me move this back a little bit. I'm just going to see how, if I run my straight edge down here, I'm hitting below the saddles, and so I'm going to just lower this a tiny bit. Let's see. Just so that this straight edge comes off the fingerboard. There we go. And I can go over the top of the saddles. At least I'll know that I'm somewhat close to start the setup on this thing. Probably going to have to lower it just a tiny bit, but we'll just oh, that's all the way bottomed out. So it might be way too low at this point. We'll see. Don't know on this guitar. So we're going to throw a set of Ernie Ball Super Slinkies. Where are they? Oh shucks. Oh yes, I've got a set right here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Yeah, the color. Okay, so let's give you guys a flyby on this thing. You can take a look at this guitar in all its glory. So I've got that little scratch knocked out of it right there, and so I'm real happy with that. So here she is. Beautiful piece of maple on the top. It's kind of a flame maple, I guess. It's got some interesting characteristic right here. So I'm not sure why that's darker than other parts of it, but I don't care. And the beautiful fretwork that they've done. I just polished the frets, and treated the fingerboard with linseed oil this morning before I got started. Not really a big fan of the rosewood headstock overlay on this. I just don't think it matches the guitar. It would have been nice if this was black, but also the black headstock has been an Ibanez tradition for years, and then they did these prestiges and put that wood laminate over the headstock, and I don't know, no, they're not EMGs. It's a great question. These are not EMGs. They are active, but they're the Ibanez, I believe they're called an LZ pickups, and I'm not 100% certain. I'm not going to take the electronics out of it to kind of look them over or anything like that. They work, but they're not EMGs. And they take, I think, AA or AAA batteries. So kind of an interesting active system in this one. It's kind of new to me, so I'm definitely way too low. I'm going to go ahead and start this. My string action is I've started out way too low, so we'll fix that. Yeah, definitely way too low. So I'm going to loosen this string tension and we'll raise her up a little bit. And I'm going to have to do quite a bit of adjustment on the intonation when I get these strings on here. In fact, let me make a preemptive strike here. I am going to move these saddles forward quite a ways. All of them. I'm just gonna. We'll just go ahead and take a moment to do this before I get too far. This should get me a good starting point on the intonation of this instrument. I was pretty bummed that I couldn't drop C tune it. This would have been a great guitar for that. But again, I've found, and I'm sure that many of you have found, that software makes doing a drop C tuning on an instrument almost not worth it. You can use software to drop tune your guitar, and latency is definitely, you can feel it, but if you're that picky, you know, that's alright. I don't mind it at all. Alright, active EMGs, okay, yeah. Now I kind of wish they were active EMGs. I'd love to have a guitar with that setup in them, but I don't. So we'll just go with this. And really, this broadcast is going to be something that's very fundamental and basic. We all have to do this stuff with our guitars, putting new strings on them and such. So, but this is the first set of strings that I've put on this guitar since I got it. So I don't know. I think the other strings were Ernie Balls, because they didn't have colored ends on them. It's like a D'Addario strings. So they could have been SITs. It's hard saying, but I also think that they were 10 gauge strings, because when I did drop C tune it, it was still fairly comfortable to play. So I'm switching these out to 9. So we'll see. Maybe a Wilkinson. Yeah. Goes to B on his low. Yeah. Yeah, the problem with this is that I couldn't intonate it. I couldn't move the saddles far enough back, but a Wilkinson bridge might have been able to do that. And I do have these that I could potentially put a different bridge on here. I'm going to go with it because I think what this is going to become is a backup guitar for my band. We already have one guitar between the two of us that we kind of have in the guitar locker for a spare if one of us happens to break a string at a show. But also, this guitar, because I play a Fender Stratocaster at shows, I'm not able to drop D-tune with it if we have a song that I'd like to drop D-tune. So this would allow me to do that. So we'll just see where it goes from there. But also, my new friend that I've made recently records a lot of heavy music. Heavy music.
System on the bottom.
Oh, the one in the 10?
No, I think
That one there, yeah, that's a good one. We'll have Joey dig that out.
Or that one. Are those the same?
I'll do that.
Power?
Somebody's blowing up the neighborhood again. Looks like. Joey, is that going in your car?
What?
Exactly. I have to flip you shit about that, brother.
Good man, look at those muscles.
Hey. Flex? That was a flex.
Muscles McGillicuddy.
These darn kids. Alright. Perfectly in tune. Sounds great.
Stu tuning for beautiful.
That's awesome. Alright, so let's tune this girl up. Oh, I gotta go grab my snark. Let's see here. I remember. Let's see, so we'll tune this thing up and see well, the D was almost in tune. Alright, let's stretch them out. Stretch them out. Holy smokes! Dude, I haven't seen you in ages.
I know.
How's my Mesa working?
I like it.
I'll bet you do.
I've retubed it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the first set that I put in there, I got some cheap. I don't know if they're Chinese or there's some kind of yellow, orange, or gold dragon thing.
Oh, Golden Lion.
Okay, and
those are usually pretty highly respected tubes.
Well, they were. That's why I got them. Yeah. And then I ran with the L34Es, and I think they're E's. And then tubes are now available again, so I went. I haven't changed them out. I got all four of them. Or I lost the rectifiers and I started popping fuses.
Did you have it serviced?
No.
Have you had it?
No.
Okay.
No,
dude, tubes are usually the last thing in an amplifier that ever goes bad.
Well, the 12AX7s started doing their thing where they vibrate, and I try to rotate the deals around so that it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But on the clean channel.
Yeah.
And then lost the rectifier, and the rectifier kept popping the main fuse.
Fuse, huh?
Yeah. Huh. Do you guys carry those 5 amp slow burns?
I might have one here. Not those. What is that? Oh, those are bulbs. 5 amp. This is not a slow blow.
Oh, yeah, we need slow blow.
Time delay fuse, right there.
Sweet.
5 amp.
Right on. How much?
What's it worth to you?
It could be worth $1,000. The fucking thing don't turn
Exactly.
on.
The amp don't work. That's priceless.
Right.
Is it dead right now?
No, I
Okay.
I did find one.
Okay.
But I needed another one because it happens.
Keep a spare, man. That's,
Right.
I always had a spare. Doesn't that thing have two fuses?
I think it only has the one.
Okay, I
think.
can't. It's been so long. Yeah. Always keep a spare, man.
So anyway, I bought the whole kit now from that place in Oregon City.
Oh, J&J?
J&J.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought.
Oregon company, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got all of them. I got the new rectifiers, the new 12AX7s, and I got new EL34s. So then I found out something else, which I did not know, is that if I run diode or
Yes.
diode, dude, that shit just hits your nuts.
Yeah.
You start fucking going.
Those switches, you gotta. If you set them incorrectly,
Yeah.
like you do silicone diode and then you change, they both have to be synced. If you move one, you have to move the other one. It's like, and it's in the manual that you have. You should still have that manual, I hope.
I don't have a manual. That was our whole. I asked you about that before. You're like, really? I still have the manila folder, still had the box, everything else, but there was
But
never a
no
manual.
manual.
No.
So
you
I
looked
wouldn't
for
have
it
a
before.
clue. I
Yeah.
lost it and it moved someplace probably, but they're online. But you can, that is something you got to be. I know that you can mess up tubes by having those settings wrong. And there's also there are probably YouTube videos out there that go over that,
Right.
and it would be wise to refresh yourself on that. I would go find a demo of a Mesa dual rectifier. That's a 1997.
Yeah, so
Era.
it was like 96 or something like that.
Yeah,
I
it might
remember
be a
looking it
six.
up.
Yeah, and just to make sure that you got those switches set right on the back of that
Right.
thing. I can't remember exactly what the deal was, but
Yeah,
That's-
but I mean, it's a world of difference when you use that, because then you're not running through the rectifier anymore. You're straight out fucking tube.
yeah, that thing rips, dude.
Yeah.
That thing, I miss that amp. I mean, I don't miss packing it to gigs and
Right,
stuff, because my new pedal board, it's smaller than my laptop, and it's got that amp and 10 other ones in it that are just,
Right.
it's all
my Personas has all of that in there too, dude. It's so fucking badass.
insane where technology's come with guitar amp sims.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Now I bought a new pedal too that I had to be a college grad to use, and
what'd you get?
I got a I think it was a Pictronics, I believe, but it was the Pitchfork. The big
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Dude, it would be awesome if I knew how to fucking use it.
Oh,
You see, but I don't know music theory. I don't know all the notes, the half steps, quarter steps, all that kind of shit. So when I look at it, it means nothing to me.
right.
You know, so all I was trying to do was set up, you know, I got something to guitar.
Cross tune your guitar, right?
Right, so that
So
I can
you hit
have
this and it's
now an
C.
A. Well, because
Or
I'm
A.
running C, so I'd like to, and then type O goes B. So I'd like to go into B or anything else from a C guitar, go from an A, because I think you can only drop like 2 without it changing.
yeah.
But I can't figure out how to fucking drop.
Well, if so, a semitone or a half step, so A, right? We
Okay.
know that note's A on a guitar.
Okay.
Do you know that note's name is A?
Well, I figured it is just because that's an A.
Right.
And I'm making it an A.
So if that's A, what would this be?
B?
No.
A sharp?
Okay. Dude, you should come in and sit down with me and let's do a lesson, because that pedal is killer. Because you can totally take, this is straight up tuned, and I could make this not drop D, but I could tune it down a full step or a half step and not have to reach in the whole guitar, and that pedal would let you do that.
Right. I got the big one too. I didn't get the small one.
You didn't. Yeah. Okay. So, but you should come in and let's do a lesson together, and I'll show you how all of that works and draw it out for you, so you can put the piece of paper on the amp and you'll have it.
Right.
You'll know.
Right.
That's important, dude. But you can still just fuck around with it
Right
and
now it sounds like an
alter the
octaver,
pitch.
man. That's basically all it is at this point.
check this out, dude. I'll show you. I got software here that'll just blow your mind. But this is basically, this has a pitchfork. We'll use Nolly. This has basically a pitchfork plug-in in it. If it'll open, let's make this bigger. All right, so transpose. It's your pitchfork has a transpose button on it, or pitch shift. I don't know what they call it.
I don't know if I have a picture. I know it's got so many ugly.
Dude, that thing. I use this constantly. This is all the time. It is such a cool option. Because, you know, if you're learning an Alice in Chains tune and your guitar's tuned standard pitch, you just move the transpose button one click and now it's an E flat.
Wow.
So that move right there just took my whole guitar and tuned it down to a half step.
Well, okay. So is that being like a D sharp?
Yeah.
How come they don't call it D sharp when it's an E flat?
Well, it's both. D sharp and E flat. That note right there, it's E flat or it's D sharp. It has two names.
See, that's what's weird. That's what fucks me up.
Right, and I know, and guys, a lot of guys overthink it, and I say that because it's easy for me. I learned this shit when I was 10 years old.
Right.
So, you know, I was fortunate. But if you kind of get an understanding, if you can get a basic understanding of that, dude, all this stuff will become like, oh, I can't believe it was that simple. And I can't really play through this thing right now, but ooh, that thing sounds good.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, okay, so come on. I don't want to see your ad. Shift 1 and Shift 2. So I'm not sure, but the shift knob, if you turn that, I believe that it'll show you some numbers.
Right, it does.
It goes like 1, -1, -2, -3. And I think that you can, yeah, and I'm not sure what the value, I'd have to. So main output, auxiliary, external.
And all these little lights right here,
Yeah.
and buttons. I mean, it's like, dude, it's too much, man.
Well, there's a lot in this. Yeah, this. You might have been better off. I'm just.
Yeah, better off
for
just grabbing
simplicity-
another guitar on the wall.
Well,
Okay.
getting the mini. Because the mini pedal, I think, has one shift on it, and you turn it, and it's like doing that.
Right.
Only the whole guitar does it.
Right.
But yeah, this thing would be, and you can also use it like the Digitech whammy pedal that Tom Morello made famous in Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
You can hook up an expression pedal to this thing and do all of that kind of funky stuff with it. But these are highly touted pedals, man.
Yeah. Great.
If you learn how to use it.
Yeah. If you
know
what a note is.
Right, and the other thing that you should, let me hand that back to you. The other thing that you should think about is, and I don't know if you've done it. I mean, you bought the pedal, so you heard somebody use it. I would
Rob
assume.
Arnold off of Chimera.
Okay. Watch a demo video of that pedal.
I do.
Okay.
But
And it does,
the
it's
problem
still-
is that they're talking to you as if you have some knowledge, musical theory, something, right? And I don't. I fucking pick up and just go.
Yeah, dude, you've been playing long. Come take a couple lessons. We never did lessons together, did we?
No. You would just be like disappointed. You'd
No.
be like Stu. He like sits there and watches me play and he goes, I like it. A lot of feeling, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
What do I need to learn? You're fine.
But this stuff is basic, like 1 + 1 is 2. You know, this note is E flat and it's D sharp. Most guys call it E flat. Most players do.
I call it Slayer tuning.
Right.
I call it fucking
Right.
Guns N' Roses tuning.
Right. that whole thing. If you get the basic concept of it and you kind of grasp it, and in one lesson I could share it with you enough and show you enough, and if you brought that pedal with you, we could use it right there, and you'll have when you get done, you won't have any questions. It'd be like, oh, that's how it works.
You see what happened to Stu's hair? That was me.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
That right, Stu.
What's that, buddy?
I said, you see what happened to Stu's hair? That was me.
Oh yeah. Now, how do you make that? How do you make that sweep and guitar pick thing that you're doing, Stu? I don't know. So I picked up when I was working with a couple really obnoxious guitar players. One was Wilkin Worthy, and one of the worst guitar players I ever met. Had some great technique, and you couldn't stomach to listen to it for 2 seconds.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, he was a hard man to get along with.
Who was it?
Wilkin Worthy. Very, very disturbing man. Marshall met him once, but I think he tried to block it out because it was very it was not a pleasant experience.
Right.
I love everybody.
Well, that guy he was hard to love, and he passed away finally. So.
Oh.
Yep, that's what I heard anyway.
I don't remember who you're talking about. I may be
Tall, skinny, really junked up guy, about 60, guitar player type. Thinks he knows it. Absolutely the most knowledgeable man on the face of the planet, according to him. And
sounds like you're talking about me, except I'm not 6 feet tall.
And he had some great technique, and I stole it from him. But he sure could not play a pleasant solo to save his backside.
No soul.
No, there was no flavor, no soul, no magic to it at all. Had about the attack of a darn train wreck in a glass factory. But man, I'll tell you what, he had some great pick technique. And I watched him and I thought, that's the one thing of his that I think I'll borrow. And so I started playing some of his solos, and I just took them all over in the band. And
oh, he was one of your bandmates.
yeah, I played with him for a lot of years.
Dude. What?
Oh yeah, it's one of those. It's a Prestige. Is that a Korean guitar or Japanese?
Japanese.
Yeah, that's why it has that.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, very, very sweet.
That's got an actual nut.
It does. Oh boy, juicy, juicy. It's
Oh,
probably
happy
what do you
day.
think, a 7?
I hope I have the right size wrench for it. I just don't know.
We'll hope. We'll keep our toes and fingers crossed here. Very, very nice guitar.
Oh, these things.
I like them because they're real slick and not overdone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
24 fret, active pickup, really great bridge, except for the problem that Marshall ran into.
Yeah, that's sad.
The saddles only move about 1/4 of an inch.
Oh.
And they need to go back just a wee smidgen farther.
Yeah. I ran into that with one of my Jacksons.
Yep, yeah, and you couldn't.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, drop that thing down to B, and you're gonna go up to the 12th fret. And it's like it's a fret high. It's like something like that.
I had the right wrench.
Good, perfect.
Tighten that. Just a hair. Yeah, dude, just come in and sit down with me for an hour one of these days, and we'll get you all lined out on that shit. It's not rocket science. Don't think it is.
You ever meet? I told him to come down here. Fucking swell dude. Sean Coons on the railroad. I mean, you and him would fucking hit it off if you ever heard him play.
I may have met him. He may have come in, because everybody that comes in, that usually they're wearing their colors.
Yeah.
And like, are you at the railroad? I always ask them about you.
Yeah.
And everybody knows you, of course.
I know, isn't that weird?
You're a popular guy.
Yeah, he plays all of your type of music. And
So he plays just like Joe Satriani then.
every kind of bluesy. He was blues trained, and he's a phenomenal player. And I always tell him when we're jamming over there in Hinkle or whatever that I'm going to take my toys and go home, because he keeps talking notes, talking whatever.
Oh, music.
Yeah, you know, and he just laughs because he'll start talking that shit, and I'll just start busting out, you know, some Metallica or something like that, and he'll just sit there because he can't do it. That is the one thing he cannot do. He cannot do any of the real fast shit like that. He is all, but man, dude, I mean, he's got a stretch like you wouldn't believe. You know, 7-fret stretch, easy, man. He's just fucking all over it.
Yeah.
Got those long ass fingers, and he just plays so dainty like, but it's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to play a few notes with him one of these days. And you know, they have, if he's a player like that, they have the open jam at HQ down the street. You could always go in there.
Dude, I got invited to that with Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky is a fucking cool ass cat.
Yeah.
Your video on him was fucking awesome, dude. I love that
yeah. That was so fun to work on that one with him. And
dude, he's a fucking stellar guitar player, man.
Yep.
Big.
Yep.
You know, I bought that guitar off of him, right?
You did?
That was me. I don't know if you found out about it, but the
he goes through guitars. I don't even attempt to keep up with him.
See, I add to it. I don't sell mine.
Right, yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a Les Paul if you're interested.
But you don't sell them.
Right, well, that's been me, but this one, dude, I'm ashamed of this guitar because I don't play it. And
I have a Les Paul on my wall I don't play.
Okay, well then, probably not the right guy to buy this one, because it's a real one.
Yeah.
I actually have it here if you want to look at it, but it's a 2010 Les Paul Traditional. So it's a Les Paul Standard built after I believe the 90s era Les Pauls that everybody's gaga over. Come look at it.
I got the wine colored one where it's got the pots where you can lift the pickup. Or not the pickup, but the tone pots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is just, I just don't play it. And so I brought it down here, and anybody that comes in that I think might be interested and give it a good home, I'll show it to them.
You don't even have a whole lot of rash on that.
That guitar's paid for itself in the number of gigs that I did with it.
Really?
I was just really careful about it. I have played a shitload of shows with that guitar. Tons.
It's getting the cracks in there.
Oh yeah. It's starting to show its.
But dude, they look
20s,
fucking awesome when they do
old.
that. When they get out, when they do it right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love that look, man.
Me too. Which, you know, again, it's just been hanging on my wall. I mean, it's perfect. I hate having a $3,000 guitar sitting on my wall that I don't play. It's stupid. It's disrespectful.
It's a nice looking guitar, dude.
Yeah. This thing it's a dream. It's a beauty. Plays like a boss.
Ha!
But it's for sale.
Okay.
It's for
I'm
sale.
actually down here because I need a mic.
When you just said a microphone?
Yeah, my last mic I got. I don't know what the fuck happened to it.
What are you micing it with it?
Me?
Your voice?
Yeah. But my mic now is so screwed that it just pops. It makes all kinds of noise all the time. I've already taken off all the solder, resoldered, redone all kinds of shit, trying to make it right. It just sucks.
Let's do a PVM 50 for you. Hang on just a second. I think my blood glucose is low right now. I feel like it is. Yeah. I gotta eat some.
Perfect.
Second. I hate eating in front of anybody, but
Dude, just do it.
you know the deal.
The last time you had to take off because shit got bad, man. That wasn't good.
Yeah. I eat 5 or 6 pieces of this, I'll be fine.
Right on.
Yeah, we'll hook you up with a PVM 50 and send you home with that today. Steve Stein, okay. Never fall through. Hey, my knees hurt. Hello. I'm eating stuff that no human should ever eat. This stuff is bad, but it's pure sugar, and so my blood glucose is it's headed downhill right now. Here you go. So that's where my blood glucose is right now, and it's a little bit low, but so I'm just eating a few pieces of this. That's funny. Yeah. Well, 66 isn't bad. You guys, I can still function pretty well on that, but the thing is, we can see where it's been all morning. I took my insulin right there, and it started to go downhill. So I was a little bit low last night. I ain't afraid to share this with you, but then I was in my target range for all that time, and got a little bit high, took my insulin, and there we are at the low point right now. It's yep, you know, it's a dead 24/7, 7 days a week. Are you ready to get a mic right now? Today?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who you were talking to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good. I'm doing a live stream showing people what I'm doing on this guitar. Let's see.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind maybe getting
An amp receiver for
my stereo at home.
Yeah.
But one that will work with my TV, one will work Bluetooth so I can walk through the house with my music going.
Okay. You want to put it in where the other one is at right
The
now?
other one blew up.
Oh. Okay. Now, are you running? Do you have a surround sound system in your living room?
Not yet. So
Okay.
if it can, that would be great if I can add to it.
Yeah. Okay. The one you should get then is like a 5.2 channel. I think. Yeah. This guy right here. But let's make sure it does have Bluetooth. So you can plug your television in right there through an optical cable, or you can go in here in a media box and then you run out of this to your television set. Anything you change on your television set with the ARP system will communicate to this.
Okay.
Volume and all that stuff. And then you've got other, you know, you can put on a CD player or a DVD player, whatever kind of technology you have. Front, right, and left, center channel, and then surround left and right for your rear speakers, and then powered sub off of this. You're going boom at that point.
Okay.
And you can run dual subs. So a lot of modern movies are mixed in stereo
Right.
low end. So if something goes boom on the right side of your television, that right speaker will go boom. This would be the one I recommend.
I was looking for a price on it.
Yeah, we don't price anything in here. Almost nothing. Let's take this up there. We'll show you what you'll need. And guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right. Let me see if I can drop this. So let's see.
like this.
This will
So I
absolutely,
can be off to the side. I don't have to.
this is good. You still want to be in proximity of it. The good rule is to use 3 fingers, and that's how far from the mic you want to be. And it depends on how loud you have your gain turned up on the mic. You can make it super hot, so you can stand way far away from it and then it still sound, but you're risking feedback with that gain now. Gain is like on your guitar. The more gain you get, the more distorted you get. This is plugged into that Marshall.
That's what I'm using. Just because I don't have a PA or anything yet, there's no reason. It's me.
You've heard of the Shure 58, SM58. It's the most famously used microphone. It's
The one that was at the
radio.
radio.
Yep. It's got a silver ball on it. I don't have any here because we get these for a better price. I don't even think I have one. Anyway, this is the equivalent of the Shure 58, and it's the most famously used microphone. This thing retails at $4.99. I can tell you what.
No, as long as it's good. I don't want to buy a Chinese audio instead of, you know what I'm saying?
That's why we keep these. We don't. We're a small business and all we need is one bad.
Well, I get it.
These things are absolutely. It'll run just straight up stereo.
It'll be fine for my Hersey tools.
Yep. Yep. And then in the future, if you decide to go full on surround, just run the speakers and run speaker wires there.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be running my Hersey tools, Clips Hersey tools. I just want to make sure that
What is it?
Clips Hersey tools.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything I've got was up there, and she blew it up. You know how she blew it up?
What's that?
You know how she blew it up? She was cleaning the house, listening to the stereo, and she moved the stereo and the hooks that go on my my big nickel cables. Okay, touched because she slid it and it pulled that cable and it started going back and forth like that. And she's heard it before where I cranked it way up. And if you go too high, then you get that surge protector and it keeps it from popping or blowing up. She thought that's what it was, even though it was at a low level. It just kept acting smoke. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't cool. As you can imagine.
So you guys haven't had, you've been listening to your TV speakers now for
Forever. I've been trying to figure out what kind of system I want to build again. And Clips there for a while had a pretty good deal going on, but I kept thinking that technology, things change. It'd be kind of cool to not have speaker wire, you know, just have it all be Bluetooth, but I don't know if there's a delay latency type thing in that.
There's nothing truly wireless. And the reason for that is, if it is wireless, you have to power it.
Right.
So you have to either plug it in and charge it up, which is a wire thing.
Right.
So I do not recommend having it going, unless you're building a house.
Right.
And you can power each
Right,
speaker
right.
and run an electrical cable to it. As it is, just run a speaker wire, hide it under the carpet or under molding or put some. Yeah. The only thing really truly wireless on this is the all set on guitar picks, guitar straps, strings, cables.
Always use more. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I know that my one tuner that I'm taking with me back and forth to work is pissing me off. I lost the rubber, so now I got to find another piece of rubber for it. The tuner's fine.
Blue piece of felt.
Okay.
In fact, I'll see if I
I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? I lost that stupid rubber piece.
Here's mine, I'll show you. And they work better. Usually.
I love those snarks, man. Those are
Yeah.
just fucking badass. Oh, okay.
And
Perfect.
if you need to glue, let me see if I got one of those here. Let's see. I might just have an extra one of those pieces of felt. You can use any kind of fabric. Oh, dude. Oh, it is your lucky day.
Sweet.
Fixed.
Right on. Right on, dude.
That could be off like a 58 Les Paul or something, so it's worth like $10,000.
Is it?
I'm joking.
When the son of a bitch don't tune, it's worth a lot.
Those things are those pieces of felt are used on Bigsby's
Okay.
on guitars, but I pulled a few of them off of guitars because guys hate them, and so I just use them for snark tuners when I lose the felt. Just a little drop of super glue.
Perfect.
Stick it on there.
I'll be back in business.
That's fixed.
What's going on with that right there? Look, you know what I'm looking at? That top, on the top shelf.
Speaker.
No. Who's the greatest ever?
Oh,
What's up
that is a gift for one of Mike's
Oh,
kids. I know, dude. That poster is worth. Believe me, I know. There's a few of them in here. That one.
Oh,
That reads.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
those things are fucking 20 years old.
Yeah, no.
And,
That's cool as shit.
and we have actually, sold some of that stuff. But that one, my understanding is that is. Well, I mean, everything's for sale for the right price.
It just
but
needs to come off. Oh, I'm
on
telling you.
this stuff, on that sort of stuff, I have to talk to Mike
Yeah.
on that stuff. Some of these, like, people miss.
Yeah, no, it's just going up in my It's not a,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
That's literally from 1985.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah.
No.
So, what about anything extracurricular? Yeah, I got that.
Got cable in there too.
Oh, you need a new mic cable?
Well, I don't know if my cable's back.
Oh, you need a cable with a 1/4 inch to plug into a guitar amp.
Well, yeah, or one that will work even if I do upgrade.
To a PA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, what we can do.
Because I don't know which one's broken. I don't know if it's the cable that's bad or if it's the mic that's bad.
This cable right here, that goes into the microphone, that will go into the input on your guitar amp.
Okay.
This will also plug into a PA system.
Okay.
So as long as you got most PA systems have a 1/4 inch input. Now, I was thinking.
Some kid hung himself at Riverside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This
It's
adapter.
pretty horrible.
But you
Yeah.
notice it's got two tickling sleeves.
I don't know if anybody knows who it
Or
is.
do
Yeah.
it Otherwise we could go that way. And I don't see. I would love to have one of these that's just a regular tilt like that, but I don't have an adapter. let's just go with this one.
Oops.
That'll
Okay.
be, you'll absolutely be able to run that with this. You know, well, here's the other thing that we could do.
What's that?
We could get this, and then, like this one. So what you can do, plug it, so if you do get a PA system, you can plug this into the PA system. But if you're going to use your guitar amp,
Oh, I get you.
it's a lot of cable, but...
Well, I'd say, yeah. Why don't we just get the one
Okay.
whatever we need.
Okay, this will get you into a guitar amp.
Right, so that I can just
Yeah.
get back to the vocals.
And you know, you could always go with like a, just for the sake of future, get a little short one. But then, you know, if you get something this length, you're not going to have much distance from your mixing board if you do it. I was just thinking.
I need to be able to move it so that I can get away. My room is so damn small.
You should have the opposite, or have a little short one of these. This will be the noise. And if you do get a PA system like one of these, you know, one of these, you can still plug this into the PA. That's not going to be a problem. But
Okay.
if you do buy a PA system, buy yourself a full-on XLR cable. This, you can thank me later for that advice. But this will get you into your guitar amp.
Right on. And it'll work on this one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that thing does come with a mic clip for your mic stand. And
So it should work with. I got the whole stand. I got everything.
yeah. You should be able to put it in the clip that's on there already. But there's an extra one in here. And those things get broken more than
Sweet.
anything. Sure that's going to do it for you? I don't want to send you home without something.
I'm already like $400 over where I was going to be.
Well, you got your second feature. Oh. Let me make sure that y'all didn't get named out there for some reason.
Yeah. Say hi to Jeanette out there. Did she feel it yet?
No, she said she smiled last time we seen her, but when I came back, so I didn't pull up.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I figured she might be getting there.
You are at 99.98.
Exciting there with my little
It's all good.
I think we got enough receipts, and they got their printer fixed, so
That's good.
they're gonna print us some business cards. They'll probably call later
Cool.
and say they're done. Just let me know. One of us can run down and grab them.
Okay.
Not everybody says that, but I have had, I'm sure over the last 10 years, I've had people, so I'm just sitting down here. Yeah, I have definitely been very, very, stuff. As long as you guys keep breaking them, I'm happy.
Right. Right on. All right, dude.
Well, there's your receipt for everything. You're all set.
Good. Grab that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
Right on. You guys be able to shut the door on the way out?
Right on, bro. Hey, have fun with all that stuff, man. Break it up. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, thank you.
All right. I love that guy. He's been a long time client. Forgive me for being gone for so long, you guys. I have to work, and he's been a client of mine for years. And he bought my Mesa. That's the guy that owns my Mesa dual rectifier that I used to own. So, hey, Mark, welcome, brother. Let's see, where was I at? So I got my neck relief done. So now we're going to check our string action on the setup on this thing. And on an Ibanez, I like to check it at the 12th fret, and I'm going for super low on this one. Boy, that's pretty good. It's right now, it's at 3.5/68 and 2.5/68. Let's see if this thing, oh wait, I got the capo on it still. That's incorrect. I was going to say that was pretty low. That didn't change much. 4/68 and 3/64. Sorry, my brain is fried today. I've had some trauma.
You want me to reorder that receiver?
Yes, sorry.
No
Yes.
problem, buddy. I'll pick
I wrote the number on the receipt. Write everything down. If I don't, I forget stuff. Hey, thanks y'all for joining me. Hey, take care. My knees hurt. See y'all later. I'm sorry it took me. I had to leave. Never fails. And I've got an Ibanez, another Ibanez, I think, coming in today that needs some help with a Floyd Rose. Let's see what this thing sounds like now, just because I can. Oh yeah, it's hot. Yes, I like it. Now, I don't know how this thing's going to play yet. I'm going to turn the volume down on that. That's pretty loud. All right, it works. Look at that. I got new strings on it, and it actually plays. It works. It's amazing how that happens. Hang on, trying to get my camera here. Sorry, you're looking at my mug. There we go. Let's tune this thing up again. I have to go out to that guy's house and play through my old amp again one of these days. Been a long time since I played through an actual Mesa dual rec. So I did it earlier. I did that preemptive strike on my saddle height, and I haven't touched it. And it was, when that happens, I always just think, damn, I'm good. I mean. Yeah, I asked him. I've recommended to him that he take that amp to a company in Portland, Eurotubes or Dawson Amp Repair. I've recommended to him. I'm a good amp tech, but when it comes to Mesa Boogies, I will not touch them. They are far too complex for my level of expertise. Well, let's see what the intonation is like. Very sharp. Okay, so I'm going to intonate this thing because that's the last thing I got left. Although I am going to raise the string action. This feels it doesn't feel good to play it. I'm going to raise it, and no, I'm not loosening the string tension. Right? Okay. Just so nobody gets too mad at me, I just wanted to raise that a little bit because it doesn't feel good to play. String action can be too low, believe it or not. Yeah, believe it or not. This just doesn't feel comfortable to play. I like to have to work a little bit. Now again, these screws were already dinged up by somebody else, so I'm not feeling too bad about it. There we go. 4 1/2 64ths and 3 1/2 64ths. Now let's retune. Down a little bit, it's too loud. Hopefully that wasn't blowing your ears out. It's not my intention. And I'm just using my snark right now, just get it in proximity, and then we'll break out the Peterson. Getting close. I'm going to go ahead and plug the Peterson in now and do it right. I think. Where's my Peterson? There she is, right in front of my face. So I'm going to plug this in, and we'll get the intonation done. This thing's almost ready to go. Almost. No. Guitar sweetened. That's what I like. I love that Peterson says a guitar sweetened. So we're still sharp, so we're flattening her out a little bit. So I got a little aggressive trying to do a preemptive strike on getting the saddles right where they go. Still sharp. Boy, I hope I can move this saddle far enough, because moved it quite a ways so far, and it hasn't really changed the intonation of this very much. Boy, it doesn't seem like moving this saddle changes the intonation much at all on this thing, but you know, Ibanez is notorious, and it's bottomed out, and it's not intonated right. So that's a bummer. There's something wrong with this guitar. I can't move the saddle any further. Which I ran into this exact same problem on when I tried to tune it to drop C. Huh. God, I don't like strings being sharp. That's pretty close. It's just all the way back though. I got no... I have to call that good enough. It's unfortunate. I'm not a fan of not having it set perfectly, but boy, to move that saddle that far and have it only change that much, that's kind of weird. Boy. They have placed this bridge far too close to the nut on the construction of this guitar, which I have enough room that I could move it, and I may just do that at some point in the future if I decide to continue playing this guitar. I'm going to move it a little bit more. Happy Saturday, Mark. I have a photograph that I took last night, and it encapsulates one of the greatest guitar stories I've ever been a part of, ultimately. And I am so happy to have that photograph. And that story will come out eventually, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But I do have a photograph to prove that it happened. It's a story, we'll just say 20 years in the making. I'm really 20-ish years in the making. Still a little bit sharp. Boy. One thing I will say is these tuners on this thing are at the ratio is really nice. There we go. Really nice. I can get this on these, even on this Peterson, I can get that thing just dead center. So it's very nice how accurate the adjustments are on this. if you've used the Peterson before, you know how sensitive they are to movement, and I'm able to adjust these machine heads on this guitar and get it to just literally hit dead center stopped. So the ratio of whatever it is, probably 30-to-1 or something. Still sharp. The saddle, unfortunately, the bridge is way too close to the nut. Again, can't. And I'm not going to be able to get this G string to be intonated properly. And there's no other adjustment that I can see. So again, this is I can't intonate this. I mean, it's pretty darn close, but it's maxed out. I have no room to flatten the intonation on the G string or the low E string. So if things change, or if I use a different gauge string on this or something, it's possible that I won't be able to intonate it. And certainly I know that if I wanted to do like a C tuning, I can't. I won't play a guitar that's that far out on intonation. That's just, if you record with a guitar that's not intonated properly and you play a chord, you know the deal. But this one, no, I mean, I'm being ultra picky right now, but because ultimately this is a brand new guitar. And this is the first actual setup that I've put onto this guitar, and the first time I put my own strings on it. And I think I've had the guitar, oh, maybe a year. Maybe not quite a year. Okay, we're about there. That low E string is sharp. Can you smell my frustration with this? It just sucks. And nothing I can do about it without doing a pretty big. Alright. Guitar sounds really nicely in tune now. Camellia, hello! I love your song. I loved your song. It was so cool to watch you play in guitar on that video. give them another little tug after we intonated it. Stretch them a little bit better. I won't make you all listen to that. Now I got to adjust the pickup height also. Again, these are active pickups, but I'm going to go ahead and set them where I would normally set magnetic pickups. Thank you, THEFALCRO. Yeah, if y'all haven't listened to that song, it's the first time I think I've ever heard Camellia play guitar. I am madly in love with her That thing reminds me a lot of Fred. Yeah, it's a folk tune. Played on a good old-fashioned classical nylon string guitar. Played with fingers. It's really neat to see. Yes, I know, it gets old watching somebody stretch strings, but if you do this yourself when you put strings on your guitar, you get a lot more playing time in and a lot less tuning time. There we go. We're almost there. We're almost there. One thing that I found really special and cool, not special, but cool about Camellia's song is her finger, the way her strumming technique. Just my compliments on that. It's you know, totally, it seems like it's your own like personal technique, and right there lays something that all, you know, all guitar players want to have, and that's their own sound. And that was definitely something unique, and it had a really neat rhythmic feel. So it was very cool to see that. Wow. This guitar is very tune sensitive. Yeah. This thing, boy, I don't know. You know, maybe this is a reason why I haven't played this thing very much, because, boy, I'm having to work awful hard. Get this thing just to hold tune. I'm getting a loop going here. I'll get one here. Being too noisy over here.
No.
Just got done with this one. It's pretty good. Feels good. You play?
Say again?
Do you play?
Oh yeah.
Give us a tickle.
Oh no, God no. I gotta go.
Okay.
I'm the guy with the 54 Strat.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you do. There's Stu.
I would love to see that. I love my Strat, by the way. Pretty cool little loop, I guess. This thing plays pretty darn nice, and now it's really holding tune. It took a lot of work to get it to like stay anchored, but boy, it's really feeling nice. Yeah, and I hope some of you have maybe gone over and checked out that link that the Falcro posted. It's just cool. I had no idea that Camilio even played. I had never heard that before, and as much as I try and follow everybody's pages, it was really a very nice realization and learning experience that she does play. And I'm about done here today. I'll probably I'm trying to decide what to do, because I haven't done a jam online for a while. So maybe this evening, if you're interested at all, I might go live and do a little bit of jamming, and maybe invite a couple friends to jam and play some guitar with me live online, because we can do that. And I would like to maybe restart doing that again. Took a break from it out of some frustration, and you know, sometimes it's best to step away from something for a while. But I think we had a really good thing going, and you know, there's a couple other channels that do it, and they're having some great success, and the guys that are participating in it are really fun. So I think that I need to really give this thing a good run for its money. And it's a beautiful guitar. It's an Ibanez Prestige. Again, I don't know the model number, but it's all... Oh, one more thing. I got to... What do you got there?
A bunch of crap, but I'm going to sort through it, and there's some nut blanks in here, so I'm going to grab those out for you.
Oh, dude. Those look like ivory. Are those?
Yeah, they stain them like that, and then when you sand through them, they get a little bit lighter, but they still always have that cool.
Well, it's probably 50 years old or something. Is that from that dude that owns the 54 Strat?
Yes, sir.
I've asked him to bring that in many times, and he's never done it.
Well, I'm going to grab all this crap out for you, because I know you can use this stuff. Oh, yeah, you can use that one for sure. That's a beauty blank there. This one's just up garbage. I'm not going to give you any of that, but we will make this positive for, and I'll throw these tuners in the tuner bucket. Okay. Well, that's a jumper. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, jumper.
Oh, so, Stu, your opinion, active pickups. Pickup height.
Oh.
Does it even matter?
A lot of times we'll run them up fairly close because they're usually on the actives the magnets aren't as strong.
Yeah.
So they don't do that thing that we hate so much.
Yeah.
So they'll get them up just to get a little bit more dang out of them, just a microscopic amount, because you know how that is. It really doesn't. But it means they have such a weak magnet.
Yeah.
It's probably.
Well, these ones.
And if they don't have pole pieces on them, they are super, super cool.
These ones are at a fixed height. They have no springs under them. I can't raise them.
No springs. That's weird.
No.
What did they do?
Well, this guitar was bought used. Somebody else may have.
They're probably in that cavity.
Yeah, they're probably stuck to the bottom of the pickups.
Okay.
That means a bunch more work to take these pickups out of here.
Exactly. Of course, it's after you get the strings on it, you know.
Right, exactly. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today, you guys. Have a great day. We may see you later on tonight. Oh, boy. Look at that. That thing is messy. Now you can probably see clearly now. The dust is gone. Here we go. Hey, you guys. Peace.